You're taking a sip, right?
It be like this sometimes.
You, what is good, everybody? We are here for yet another Sunday, another game day. Ravens versus Bengals. I know we all been waiting for this one. What's good, Ghost? How you doing,
So far, so good.
brother? We got this is a big Sunday. I mean, a huge one. Ravens versus Bengals. I'd say the Bengals has pretty much eclipsed. They have pretty much eclipsed the Steelers as our biggest rival in the division as of right now. Do you agree?
I mean, every game, every year is gonna be bigger. You can't build a rivalry in a year. So every game, every year, even if the teams are worse, it's gonna be a bigger game.
I agree. It's interesting because we have such a long-standing hate between Ravens and Steelers that the Bengals kind of crept in the back door. This happened a while back when we still had Joe Flacco, but the Bengals kind of crept in there. Then the Bengals started getting on our nerves, and they kind of came became that third team. And then the Browns was always disliked just because of the amount of crap they talk, just to go out there and lose anyway. So so for us, the Bengals, especially with the way they just stepped up and became this pretty much elite team, like this dominant offense they have over there. To me, I was looking at it and I go, wow, I think we look more forward now to games against the Bengals than we do against the Steelers. And I love playing the Steelers, but I think there's just a different dynamic now in the league that's kind of pulling us towards the Bengals because of the high power offense they have, and now the high power offense that we possess. Now, week one, it wasn't all there yet, but it you got to believe it will be. And before you respond, though, let me say what up to Mr. J. We got Mr. J in the building. For those who don't know, please go subscribe to this man's channel. He does some great content. Covers the NBA, covers college football, covers the NFL. He covers it all. So go check him out. And he's right. It's a huge one. Can't lose to a division rival. Not for us and not for him. Him being a Panthers fan, they can't afford to lose to the Saints today. Or that's today or tomorrow. That might be tomorrow's game. Tomorrow night's game. We got Mr. OTR Mike in the building. Hey man, it's good to see you. I ain't seen you or heard from you in quite a while. So it's nice seeing you. And that definitely makes the day a lot better right there. We know you got to be watching the game today. Are you prepared for what's about to show up on the field? Because I got a good question for y'all. Who's gonna have the bigger game, Zay Flowers or Jamar Chase? We'll get to that in a second. But if you haven't subscribed, Open Mic with OTR Mike, go subscribe. The man does great content. He's loosely based football content, very loosely. His more is more so about life and what goes on in and around it. So go subscribe, go check him out. Great content. Miss Yolanda B in the building. We thank you for being with us. She should be starting a channel soon. When she does subscribe, she needs one. All right, she needs one. Mr. Hendo, the hardest working man possibly on the planet. The Rogue Pod. Go like, share, subscribe. Great content. One of the best editors I've ever seen out there. Go check out his stuff. Hands down. So, Mr. Ghost, back to this game. What is the main thing you want to see from this team today?
It's gotta be defense. That's defense, plain and simple. Offense ain't gonna be there. Defense gotta do the job. Then later on in the year, offense is gonna be there. Defense can just hang out.
So, you bring up defense, and that brings me to one player that I think is going to be, and this is actually brings up my key. I was going to bring this later when I was going to ask you your key matchups, but Brandon Stevens is he turning into, or will he be turning into a proper number 2 corner? And you think he could hold that spot once Marlo gets back to being our number 1?
Nah, he's CB3.
Hands down, you're not even gonna entertain it.
He hasn't been a corner for long enough. And he'll be CB3 this year, and then he'll be safety 2 next year. And then the year after that, then the year after that, he might be CB2.
Okay, that's all right. I respect that response because John Harbaugh is still in the building, and we know how he does. And Yolanda's 100% correct. We need some protection for Lamar. I mean, he in fact led the team in rushing last week, because he couldn't get protection. It was by default. It wasn't many designed runs. It was because we can't block. They couldn't block. And then I'm hearing Salah is activated for today. And I'm like, oh God, please don't let him have to see the field in any way, shape, or form. So it's a scary thought. But I agree with you on the defense, wanting to see the defense and what they do. Now, I do think Brandon Stevens is going to end up CB2, because I don't know that Darby has shown enough that he's going to hold on to that CB2 spot. And I still haven't seen Rocky Singh yet. The guy that everybody said, oh, he's going to be better than Marcus Peters. I haven't seen him at all.
Is he active today?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I didn't even check the actors and inactives yet. It's crazy to me that the Ravens went into the season. They went through the preseason knowing Rocky Singh wasn't there and still bet on him. I mean, the decision makers have to do something about this. You got to be smarter. There was other guys we could have got. We could have had other guys in there. We could have still had Marcus Peters. I never saw what the problem was with signing Rocky Singh and then signing Marcus Peters as well. They complain about depth on this team year after year after year, but then they don't go get depth. And Mr. Hendo says he is active. So I need to see him out there. I need to see him making plays. I need to see him in lockdown coverage. And that's going to take, let's take this over to our key matchups. What is your key matchup for today? Mine's is Brandon Stevens versus T. Higgins. I need Brandon. I need Brandon to grow up today. Big time.
You pick the matchup, we're gonna lose.
I need him to grow up big time. So here's the thing. I need him to grow up, but at the same time, I do have T. Higgins in my fantasy for this week. So if he could get some good yards but not score any touchdowns, that would be great for me.
I'm taking our nose tackle versus their center guard combo. If the nose tackle can win enough in the matchups, it don't matter who wins the cornerback receiver matchup.
Well, that brings me to another thing. Since you're talking about the pass rush, you want to bring up the pass rush. I'm looking for at least 2 sacks from number 99 out there.
Oh, pressure.
Two. At least 2 coming from 99 out there. I'm not gonna do like a lot of Ravens fans are and hang my hat on Ojabo based off of his sack strip last week. It was against a backup that hadn't played at all. It was his first snap, and of course he got beat, right?
Wow, Rock actually played snaps last week. I didn't even see it. I didn't even
Rock
notice
played invisible snaps last week. I don't take that.
He took mental reps.
And Yolanda says her key matchup is Jamar Chase versus our entire secondary. And that is true because Jamar gets moved around that to the slot. He's left, he's right, he's all over the place. I think he's going to be hard. He's obviously going to be hard to defend, but you have to shadow him, right? You have to take your one starting safety you have left, and you have to shadow him with him in a corner entire game. Like it's got to be a double team every time he's on the field. That's just I won't change my mind about that. It's got to be a double team. Um, and Stroud did hold on to the ball. Absolutely right. He held on the ball way too long, and that was one of the reasons for Ojabo getting that sack.
What's up, Brent?
Our team versus Harbaugh's coaching. That is a good one. That is a good one because his decision making has come into question for a long time now. But somehow, some way, whether it be Justin Tucker or Lamar Jackson, somebody keeps saving John Harbaugh's job, and he's gonna be here for or Harbaugh's job, as Hendo likes to say. He's gonna be here for a long time. And guess too, I think he's gonna he's gonna go, he's gonna try hard, he's gonna play well. My thing is like last week he played phenomenal, setting the edge and getting pressure. But I'm saying he's gonna get to the quarterback and actually bring him down for a sack at least twice. Now that key word is at least, right? So I'm expecting two or more from 08 today. What's good, Brett?
It sounds like Yolanda don't believe in her boy. Whenever we give him high expectations, I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Well, hold on. She has to believe in him because she said he was going to get at least 8 sacks this year, right? Or was it 10? I think she said at least 8 this year. Yes. Yeah, this is perfect. He has 5 almost sacks, and that's kind of been the theme of him last year, and even a lot of his rookie year when he got 5 sacks his rookie year. The theme has been he's getting there, but the ball is just getting out before he gets there, right? So I need him to actually, get there early and bring the guy down and not get there just because the quarterback held the ball too long and then got rid of it right before he came. I need him to beat the lineman.
It does not equal sacks to sacks, pressures to pressures. QB hits or QB hits.
Yeah, no, we can't do that. Hey Yolanda, you starting to fade. Like your faith that always is starting to fade. It's starting to crack. There's chinks in the armor. We don't like that. We don't like that. You're right. Absolutely. So that's why I when she said he was going to get at least 8 this year, I don't know, but I tried to have some positive faith in him, and I said 10.5 just to give him some hope, but because sometimes these guys need to see that you have faith in them. You know what I mean? Sometimes, because let's be real, athletes are just like us, and sometimes when people doubt us, if we're not strong enough in belief in ourselves and the situation, then we let it get to us. It's like a chink in our armor. But so if us putting out that positivity, we're gonna do good this year. Maybe that positive vibe is what he needs. Maybe he needs to feel that because I'm sure he sees everybody saying he was a waste of a pick. So I don't. He getting there. He didn't get any sacks last week. Like 0.
She's counting those pressures.
We can't count the pressures. We can't count the pressures. But I'll say this. He's showing growth because he did show us some pass rush moves last week. Right?
Yeah,
we saw we saw a couple more moves out of him. We see the athletic ability starting to show through. with a little bit of, a little bit of skill. And you're right. Maybe he just needs the skill, but maybe he's got it now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had a rusty week one. So maybe week two, it kicks in for him. And he turns into the beast that Baltimore thought he would when they drafted him.
No, you should come on the show if he gets them 2 sacks.
Listen, I can almost guarantee you if he gets 2 sacks or more, everybody's gonna hear about it. Everybody. Yolanda gonna be on everybody's head.
She's gonna be a Hendo head.
Oh, like for real. The Ravens did. That's why they drafted him, right? I'm not saying any of the fans did. I think all of us fans questioned it when he got drafted. We all was like, "Hey, why would you draft this dude if he ain't had no sacks?" And but they did it anyway because they thought this dude's gonna be he's a potential beast. So they thought he was, they thought they was getting a monster. Yeah. Twice. Don't forget Kyle Hamilton.
Potential over talent. Wow.
Is that not what the Ravens do most of the time? 9 times out of 10. If you remember when we drafted Pat Queen, it was he had played 1 year as a linebacker.
People say that like we didn't draft Ogden and Ray Lewis, so people keep talking about we draft potential.
Well, I'm saying in recent years, that's what it's been. That's why I brought up Patrick Queen. When we drafted Patrick Queen, we drafted for potential. We drafted him high, but we drafted for potential.
Yeah, we drafted him while we was high. It was definitely smoking that day.
That's 9 times out of 10 with the drafts of the Ravens. Because when you go into a draft with 11 picks and you be like, yeah, we about to pick all of these. You had that good. Because there's no way any other team in the league would have went in there and just stayed held position and be like, yeah, we got 11 of these things. We about to draft all these 11 of these things.
Right. They'd at least, hey, let me trade you these 2 picks this year for a 3rd round pick next year. Something.
Yeah. That did something. These dudes was like, nah, we about to watch how we come out with this. We about to make out like a bandit. We're gonna come out with 11 and we're gonna play 3 of them.
Right. Draft 11.
That's exactly what it was. You know what I mean? That's exactly what it was. Yolanda says she's expecting a big day from Hamilton. I don't know about expecting, but I'm hoping for.
Yolanda just looked for miracles.
And EDC does draft potential. Like 100%. That's his thing. At some point, the Ravens franchise
Hell no.
Turned around and ended up going for potential over actual here and now talent. I don't know exactly when it happened, but at some point they said we need to draft for the future and not the current and the future. And that makes 0 sense to me.
Somebody need to let Brent know this definitely ain't my house.
Hey Brent, my co-host is not touching the piano. But in any shape or form, he don't want nothing to do with the piano. Just to get that, you know what it would take for him to get a piano up to his floor? Like
Brain work.
He's not. Yeah, like he don't want nothing to do with that piano. All right. And I don't blame him. I don't want nothing to do with the piano, and I can walk it right in my front door. I don't want nothing to do with the piano. We're gonna reserve that for a couple pianists. Not us though. I don't think we're that refined. We're
Even if
near
we
there.
was. We don't want no parts of that.
Even you got that right. Even if we were, we don't want no smoke. Not with the piano, no. Not in any way, shape, or form. Little funny fact though. I used to play the trumpet. Yep,
I
I
mean,
said it. I told you.
Hendo played 3 instruments when he was in college. So
Listen, Hendo 3. We got the Flex Zone podcast in the building. Hey, go subscribe to these dudes right here. Flex Zone podcast, great shows. They cover sports, they cover wrestling. They've had some amazing interviews too with some high quality name people on there. You got to go check out the channel. It trust me on this one. I subscribed to these dudes a while back. Great content over there. Hopefully the Ravens win ugly today. If they can keep the Bengals 25 points or less, we have a chance. Got to pressure Burrow, limit big plays and control time possession. That's it. So the one problem I have is that I don't want us to just control the time of possession. I want us to launch to a different breed of offense in Baltimore, right? I want to see quick scores. I want to see Baltimore show the ability today to get the ball out deep and to score on have short drives. Because if we can't do that, then come playoff time, it's going to be useless. Because what was the difference in the Chiefs and Bills game a couple years ago? The Bills scored, had less than a minute left on the clock, and the Chiefs came out, bang bang, touchdown, we win. So we need to show that quick strike ability. If we don't have that, then we don't have anything. So, we know we can control the clock, but we need to show the ability to get the quick scores. And more Zay Flowers. Please, more Zay Flowers. Gentlemen, great stream. I must run now, but please do send a link if Owe gets to text today. Great. All right, Yolanda, you have a good one. And hopefully Owe will be getting those sacks.
So what you're saying is Yolanda and because Rogue Pod said me too, so both of them going to appear on your after show. Is that what I'm reading?
You want the link too? Okay. That works. That works. I'll get y'all both on here. Owe get those sacks. I'll get y'all both on the show. Y'all heard it here first.
Hold on, we praying for Owe get them sacks now. Hold on, let me get down on bended knee.
We praying for that. So we need those sacks. Right? Get them on the stream. So Owe, I hope you watching. I hope you listening. I hope somebody tell you. I hope word of mouth gets around somehow. Owe, I need you to get these sacks so that we can show that you're showing that potential.
What y'all say? Motivation? Get on your job.
Hey, listen. Tell him again. Because we need Owe to step it up. We need Owe to step it up big time. And I think he will. Like I said, I'm predicting 2 or more sacks from Owe today. I think he's got something to take advantage of with that Bengals offensive line. If there was a week to do it, why not this week? And what you mean you might not do your stream, sir? What is this? What is this, sir? Do you need a co-host for your stream? Is that it? You need somebody to come on your stream with you? Say the word. That's what you gotta do. Say the word.
We'll be there.
Let me know.
Talking cash shit too.
Just say the word. If that's what the issue is. But yes, the great interviews. I'm guessing I was talking about Flex Zone. Yeah, go check out Flex Zone podcast. They've had some great people on for sports interviews and things like that. Check out some of their content. I'm telling you, it's great content. And if there was, I wouldn't suggest it if I didn't believe it. I'll tell you that. I wouldn't suggest it if I didn't believe it. So we got the basis of what we expect. Give me your score prediction for the game today.
28-20.
28-20.
Ravens
Ravens and Bengals. Okay. All right. All right. All right. I'm going to go. This is a tough one for me because at first I had this as a semi low scoring game because I felt the two defenses were going to step up and show out. And I've changed my score on this a few times. But the one that's sitting with me right now is 31-22 Ravens. And the reason why I think this week, like I just said, I think the Ravens come out and show the ability to score quick. I think we'll still have those drives where we eat up the clock, but I think we show quick strike ability today. And they will show up, show out. Zay Flowers has a big day. I think Zay Flowers goes for over 100 today. And OBJ has at least 5 catches. Mark Andrews, I think he plays today, but I think he's gonna be limited. He's not gonna be out there as much as you normally would, just because we don't want to chance it. So at least 50 yards for Mark Andrews. If he eclipses that, I'll be ecstatic because I just wasn't expecting much from him coming back off an injury. Don't know exactly how healthy he is, but he's playing. So, bring it on. You got any other players you're looking forward to seeing step up during this game?
I want to see if Rocky Sin can really play. That's what I want to see.
We know that answer already. I already told you that. He can't. And I'm going to stand by
actually see him on the field. Not heard he had 8 snaps because I don't know how I missed all 8, but
yeah, I watched the entire game and I don't know how I missed that he was on the field for 8 snaps. I don't think he was out there. I think Hendo made that up. You know who would have been noticeable out there?
Peters.
Marcus Peters. You got that right. Marcus Peters would have been out there making plays. I know people say, well, he didn't make plays last week for the Raiders. It's a new system. And he got signed late, so he's probably still adapting. As smart as he is, it still takes time to adapt to a defense. If he was still here, he would have made a difference last week. I mean, don't get me wrong. We stomped them dudes out anyway, but just saying, they might have had a little less yardage.
Would have been an easier game.
Yeah. Like, for sure. And KBK would have got an interception. I don't think I'm going to go a stream all year without mentioning his name at least once. I'm just going to say that now.
The year KBK.
Yes, the year KBK. Which I don't think he's active this week either. Not the point. I don't think Seattle activated him. It's okay, though. I forgive you, Seattle, because he's still on the roster. And you see his worth. But
was he active last week?
No, he wasn't active last week. He wasn't active. They brought him in, but they have an abundance of corners over there, in which they drafted several of them in the first round. So they want to keep those guys up there. But they did cut a veteran corner just to have him on the roster. So that goes to show right there he has worth. And there's no better guy to me. One of your young guys go down. Bring in another one that shows that skill. And that's exactly what they're going to do. I'm over here looking, and for some reason out here, we are not airing the game. So I'm going to have to search for a stream again. But, Mr. Ghost, you want to tell them where they can find you?
A6 Ghost on YouTube. That's about it.
What happened to the IG and the Twitter?
A6 Ghost _ IG Twitter. You happy?
All right. Yes, I am, sir, because we need to get your numbers up everywhere. All right. That makes me happy. Now, oh, wait. On top of that, aren't you selling merch? I don't hear you telling the people about the merch.
I mean, they read the tagline right there. A6ghost.com.
Y'all see that, my people? 86ghost.com. Go get you some merch. Some lit merch, too. You know what I'm saying? Your boy be keeping it clean over there, keeping it fresh. Go get the merch. ASAP. Don't make me have to yell at you. I like to keep it calm. Don't make me have to yell at y'all. For me, you can find me, Living Big with Big Reg, here on YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok. I also have a store, Etsy.com/Living Big with Big Reg. If you wish to donate to the channel, Cash App, $, Living Big with Big Reg. It can all be found in the description. Y'all enjoy this game. Let's have a happy Sunday, a victory Sunday. And y'all stay blessed. Peace.